Notch is the creator of Minecraft, the biggest and best-selling game in the world. You would think that with a net worth of $1.7 billion, he would be living a lifestyle of a king. And while yes, he does have a pretty nice mega mansion in Beverly Hills, he doesn't seem as happy on the inside. So today I'm going to be talking about what happened to Notch and what he's up to these days. By the way, this is a new series that I want to do on this channel where I talk about famous people who had a big impact on Minecraft but have lost their relevancy. So if you have any suggestions on who I should do next, let me know in the comments. Also, like this video for 1 millisecond of good luck, and let's get on with the video. So in case you have no idea who Notch is, let me explain who he is. First of all, his real name is Markus Persson. I don't know if I pronounced that right, I think I did, but it's Swedish, and he lived in Sweden most of his life. He is the original creator of Minecraft, who created the first versions that got a lot of attention, but as you can see by the footage, it was very basic Minecraft. And outside of Minecraft, he was just another game developer, and he also programmed other games throughout his lifetime, such as Caller's Bane, Cliff Horse, and other games. But obviously Minecraft is by far his most popular game. He made his first game when he was 8 years old. It was a simple text-based adventure game that even I've made before in IT class. But I think the fact that he was 8 years old at the time is very impressive. And Notch is the same person who sold and quit Mojang to Microsoft. Which leads me on perfectly to the second part of the video, which is why did he leave Mojang? Especially as when he left Mojang was a time when Minecraft was at its peak. Well, maybe that's exactly the reason why he left. Because Minecraft was blowing up, being the head developer of it must have been very stressful. And one day, as a joke, he tweeted out if anyone would want to buy Minecraft, and wouldn't you know it, he was able to sell 70% of Minecraft's equity to Microsoft for the price of $2.5 billion. Which kind of makes you wonder, if you were in Notch's position, would you sell that 70% of Mojang to Microsoft if it was for $2.5 billion. I think most of us would do exactly the same thing as he did, so I don't think we can blame him for it. And I also think that a big part that contributed to Notch's stress about Mojang and Minecraft is the fact that they went cross-platform. Going to mobile and Xbox was a huge jump, and I guarantee it was probably a big headache. And as I said, he just didn't want to deal with it, so he had to go. Also, whenever someone found any bug or anything like that in Minecraft, Notch got all of the hate for it, even though he wasn't even the head developer, but because he had the name of the creator of Minecraft, he was the person who was targeted on Twitter with all of this hate. And that is why he left Minecraft and Mojang, because he thought he will be much happier. But sadly, he didn't become much happier. In fact, it could have got even worse. Now that he sold Mojang to Microsoft, not only did the developers in Mojang hate him, so did the community. And we still argue to this day about why, for example, Bedrock Edition was even a thing. Why couldn't everything be in the same version, in Java Edition? And also things like Minecoins were introduced, which are still a big controversy in the Minecraft community. And many people say that Microsoft destroyed Minecraft, and so no wonder everyone blames that on Notch, because he's the one that sold Mojang to Microsoft. And later on, he started to say some very controversial things on Twitter, which gave him more hate than he even had before, which, bear in mind, the big reason why he left Mojang was to escape the hate for all the Minecraft bugs and everything, and now he's getting even more hate because of the controversies. You know, you kind of have to feel bad for him, and because of these controversies, he was completely removed from Minecraft. Things like the splashes and other references within the game were removed, and he was even not invited to the 10th anniversary of Minecraft, as obviously Mojang and Microsoft didn't want to affiliate themselves with Notch's big comments. Which, I mean, that must suck. If you are the creator of a game that has absolutely blown up and changed many people's lives, and then you can't even go to the 10-year anniversary, which is obviously a big milestone, that is actually quite sad. But hey, I guess that's just life. So let's talk about his lifestyle and where he lives. And let's just say, with the new money that he acquired from Microsoft, he was able to buy a pretty nice mansion. He spent $70 million on an LA Beverly Hills mansion, which he actually set a record for how expensive the house was in LA at the time. And I mean, look at the house, it's actually insane. In my opinion, it doesn't really look like a $70 million house, but I guess in LA, what do you expect? And because he moved to LA, he could literally meet so many new people and some of the most influential and famous people in the entire world, which led him to have lots of parties, and that's kind of what he's known in the LA area for, his amazing and big parties that he apparently did once a week at some point. And apart from his big house, he obviously has his expensive cars and clothes, and even though he has so much stuff, he still says on Twitter that he is lonely and sad, he's not married, and it almost seems like he's suffering from success. And I mean, this is just unfortunate. I mean, imagine having so much money, being so successful, but still thinking that you're a failure and everything like that. And if anything, I think this is a lesson to all of you out there watching this video, and obviously me just doing the research on this as well. It really makes you think about if money actually brings happiness, because while he has all that stuff, he's still not happy. Anyway, coming back to Notch himself and away from these deep thoughts, I want to talk about if he will ever come back. And by that I mean, will he ever come back to the spotlight? Will he ever be super famous again? Because if you think about it, what he did, in my opinion, makes him deserve the influence that like Elon Musk has. I mean, he created the biggest video game ever. I mean, it's influenced so many people around the world. It's been personally my basically entire childhood. Will he ever come back? Well, I think it really depends. I know it depends on what he does and what his mindset for the future is. I think that if he either makes a new game that will absolutely blow up, or even just invest and be the head of it, he could come back. I mean, I know this obviously won't happen, but let's just say Notch was the person who created the new really popular game Splitgate, or even just invested in it and just kept tweeting about it. And as you can see, that game is blowing up now. So obviously in that way, Notch would come back. And also I do think that in some ways he is coming back, because for example, he was featured on a Dream video when they played Minecraft with Notch, and if I remember correctly, it was like a Minecraft manhunt where Dream tried to kill Notch. And he also obviously tweeted out quite a while ago that PewDiePie's Minecraft series is super interesting, so he's clearly in the community still, but just quite far away observing it through a telescope. Now that's a nice metaphor. But I really doubt that he will be coming back to Minecraft anywhere in the near future, or honestly ever. And that's obviously just because Minecraft and Microsoft not only just hate him, but also don't want to affiliate themselves with him. And that's obviously just because, well, brands don't like controversies. Let's just say Notch became the CEO of Mojang again. I feel like Mojang would probably get cancelled the second that Twitter stans found out about his past. So what are my thoughts on this entire situation with Notch? Well, number one, I hope he gets better. I hope he gets back into enjoying life and bringing happiness to it again. I feel like he will eventually, but he just has to find what he likes. Obviously, he's very controversial, so I'm not like a big fan of him, but I think we can all admit that he was a big part of our lives, and especially just our childhoods. I also think that is just a lesson for us that success isn't exactly what it seems like. Money won't make you happy. It's about what you do with the money and how you get the money. And I also think that doing stuff is just better than keeping the money, doing parties every week, the same thing for the rest of your life. Like, that just seems so boring, or at least it would get boring eventually. And this kind of reminds me of Mr. Beast's Twitter bio, which is he wants to make a lot of money and then give it away before he dies. And I think that's the kind of mindset that everyone should have. So in conclusion, as you can see, Notch is very unhappy right now. He lives big though, you know, he has all this money and he's taken full advantage of it. I mean, he still has $1.7 billion, so I'm sure he can do something in the future that's really cool. And last but not least, or I guess I should say least, Minecraft and Mojang just hate him, which is unfortunate because he is the creator, but it is what it is. With that being said, click on this video right now and also subscribe and like this video, because I'd really like doing these type of commentary videos, and if this video does well, I will do more in the future.